Hello, it's good to see you. Today we're going to take a look at some items that I purchased at Hamrick's just today and a few things that I found at Ollie's. Most of the things that I'm going to show you came from Hamrick's. I'll be honest, I just went in there looking for a doormat. They normally have a great selection of outdoor doormats of different types, and I really only went in there looking for that. But then I discovered that all of their Christmas items and a lot of decorative items, even stuff that's not Christmas, were 80% off. 80%. It was really hard to resist. I thought, well, while I'm looking for a doormat, we can look through these things too. And I am ashamed to say I found pretty much everything but a doormat. They didn't really have any. They had a couple, but they were Christmas doormats, and that's the reason I need one, is because I had a Christmas doormat and I wanted just a more generic, like a welcome mat. So I ended up going to Home Depot to find that. But anyway, we can take a look at the things I did find, and I got a great deal on some really cool items. So the first things I want to show you, let me show you this first. Now, we actually saw this in the walkthrough I did at Ollie's. It's a little thing of ribbon, obviously, and it has little candies on it, little chocolates. This was only a quarter. It's 25 cents. And I thought we could use this with the Valentine's Day wreaths, little candies. It has a little pink in there. So we can use this ribbon. For 25 cents, I figured it would be a good purchase. There was only one. So I got the candy ribbon. There's not a lot on here, I don't think. 9 feet. So this is 1.5 inch ribbon. It has little candies on it. So that was from Ollie's. They had actually a shocking amount of Christmas stuff left at Hamrick's. They had tons of it. I mean, just tons of Christmas stuff. Decorations, ornaments. They even had some little Christmas trees, wrapping paper. I mean, just tons of stuff. And they had tons of ribbon. Look at this beautiful ribbon. It has little mittens on it and trees, and it says Happy Holidays and Snow Time on it. I thought that was cool. It's 2.5 inches by 10 yards. And it's so pretty and colorful. I love it. So yeah, this was 80% off. But the thing with Hamrick's, like most department stores, they jack up the price on everything. So even if they sell it really cheap, you're not really getting that good of a deal. But 80% off I thought was a pretty good deal. So there's this. I think this was only about $3 for this big roll of ribbon. And I found this one. This one's cool. This one actually has green and fuchsia. It's mainly green, but it has fuchsia stripes in it. This is wired ribbon just like the other. And this was even cheaper. This one was only about $1.50. It's really pretty. Isn't that cool? So I need to remember before I buy ribbon for our Christmas wreaths next year, I need to remember that I have this stuff. And now, just like this red one, they also had one in, I think that's navy blue. It's basically the same. It is the same designs. It's just blue. And so we have a roll of red and a roll of blue. It's really, really pretty, colorful ribbon. And it is wired ribbon, which makes it a little easier to position the way you want it. This one, actually, I thought we could maybe use this with Valentine's Day wreaths. It's kind of an ivory color, and it has all this beautiful gold sequin in it, and it's swoopy and swirly. I may actually use this for the Valentine's Day wreaths. I think that would look fun in there, although I don't know, with it being sort of a cream color, maybe not. I don't know, actually. If it were a little lighter, maybe. But I'm thinking if I do my wreaths primarily in pink, and that, like a light pink and a hot pink and white, I don't really know how that would look. So maybe I will save this for Christmas. My first thought was Valentine's Day, but yeah, I think I'm actually going to save that for something else. So that was the ribbon I found, and they had a lot of it. That's just, I didn't want to go overboard, so I just got that little bit there. And this was another thing I'd been thinking about. I wanted to get some new bird feeders, but I hadn't really committed to any. I've kind of looked at some, and then I found these. Look at this. Look at this cool thing. It's a glass mason jar, and it has a wire on the outside of it. And this is metal, and it's the little ring up here. And then the seed just comes out into this little tray down here. I'm thinking this would be pretty easy to clean. The ones I have now, they are almost impossible to really clean effectively, and you can't put them in the dishwasher or anything. And so I really wanted something that would be a little easier to clean. And these were 80% off also. Everything with the orange tag was 80% off. So yeah, it was awesome. I got these for $6 each. It's pretty. So this one is kind of hard to tell with the light the way it is, but the top is blue, and then it blends into this beautiful fuchsia down at the bottom. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to replacing my bird feeders with that one. And I got another one too. This one is the same type. It just has red at the top, and then it fades into yellow down at the bottom. It's made exactly the same way. So you can put, it has large enough holes so that you can put bird seed with bigger pieces in it. I know the squirrels are probably going to have a field day with these. I don't care though. I've given up fighting the squirrels. They can have all the bird seed they want. I'll just fill it back up. So, and it has little holes drilled in it in 3 spots. Here's one, and here, and here, so that if it rains, the water can drain out and it won't sit in this part and make the bird seed all soggy, and then it sticks together and gets nasty. The good thing is you just unscrew this bottom part, and this is just like a mason jar, and I think this would be really easy to clean. I assume it is. But so I got these for $6 a piece. I thought that was pretty cool. Actually, the bird feeders were the first things I picked up, and then I went into the Christmas stuff. I have a few Christmas tea towels, but not many. Actually, I think I only have 2. I got some more. Look at this pretty one. Now this says it's a dual purpose towel. On the outside, let me see what it says here. Okay, it has 2-in-1 functionality. A classic flat tea towel surface is ideal for drying glassware, and it reverses to an absorbent terry cloth for everyday kitchen tasks. And it is a lot more absorbent, I think. It's so pretty though. Little cardinals, and it's like a little Christmas tree with red and gold ornaments inside a little mason jar. And it says joy on it. It has a beautiful border in red with white and black stripes and little gold snowflakes. And then on the background, we have gold snowflakes there too. These tea towels with the 80% off, they were less than $3. They were like $2.25 or something for the tea towels. So that's the first one I got. And then I got this one too. This also has a cardinal on it. It's actually embroidered into the fabric. It has all these little gold stripes. It's so pretty. Yeah, these were the same price. These are made of cotton and metallic. 98% cotton, 2% metallic, which would be these little threads going through here. And we have little golden snowflakes embroidered into the fabric too. So that's really pretty. I think that And he's sitting on a little branch there. Graceful little cardinal there. And that's the state bird of North Carolina. I don't know if you knew that. The cardinal. It was also my grandmother's favorite bird. My mother came for a visit, and a couple of her presents I had wrapped in wrapping paper with cardinals on it, and she said, "Oh, Mama used to love those," and I had forgotten all about it until she said that. But I'm really glad I used that paper on her presents. She really liked that. I wasn't even thinking about that. This tea towel was only $2. Feeling Frosty, which sounds perverted if you want to think about it for a minute, but you know, it's a snowman, so I guess it's all right. These are from Festive Home kitchen towels made of 100% cotton. And they're just little thin tea towels again. Thank God, you can literally see through it. Well, I don't know if you can, but I can see my fingers through it. But I thought it was cute. It has little red lines that run down through here. And there's Frosty's scarf and his carrot nose and his hat. So I actually have spent the entire day, well, I woke up with a really bad migraine and I had to deal with that. That didn't really subside until about 11 o'clock. And I couldn't, it was so bad I couldn't do anything. Like I knew if I tried to do anything, it would get worse. So I had to pray to the gods of Excedrin migraine to get rid of it, and it finally went away. We got both trees undecorated and put away. We got all the Christmas decorations packed up and back up into the attic. I've been working so hard. And my kids too. They were a big help. And I wandered through the clothing section, and they had men's flannel pajama pants for only $3.50 a pair, which I thought was awesome. I got these for my older son. He loves these. He wears them a lot around the house. He likes to wear just plain flannel pajama pants and a t-shirt. So I only got one pair because I got him some right before Christmas. So I don't really think he needs any more. But for that price, I thought I'm going to get at least one pair. They have blue in them. This pretty dark blue. It's like a slate blue, black, and khaki in there. And this really pretty plaid. They're so soft. And I hope they're made well. If so, they usually seem to get softer every time you wash them, which is nice. So they have an elastic waist here. And I do feel bad. A couple of the pairs I got him recently were too big. Even with the drawstring, they were too big. And they have pockets too on the sides there, little pockets. So I just got one pair of those for him. And in the process of packing up, we discovered that my son's stocking that he used this year has disappeared. I have no idea where it is. I have mine and my older son's. We couldn't find my younger son's stocking anywhere. It has just vanished. I have no idea where it went. So while I was in there, I spotted this pretty stocking. It's almost like burlap. And it has Merry Christmas in these furry letters on it. And a little reindeer up there. And this super soft Sherpa cuff on it. This is from Glitz Home. Now this original price is ridiculous. I don't know anybody, unless you were on drugs, I can't imagine buying this stocking for the original price. It was $39.98, which is absolutely insane. But I got it for 80% off of that, so yeah, it was a lot cheaper. I mean, it's a cool stocking, and he loves red, so I thought he would like this. So if we cannot find his, there goes one of the Duke boys. I think Bo and Luke Duke have moved in down the street, and they have the loudest trucks in Greensboro, and they go up and down the street a lot. We need to do another hypothetical neighborhood update. But hypothetically, the Duke boys moving in is about all that's happened recently. Honestly, it's been kind of quiet around here. Even New Year's was quiet. But yeah, if you hear a loud truck, that's the Duke boys down there. So if we don't find his stocking, this would work. And he might actually prefer this one because I think it's a bit bigger. It's wider than the one he used this year, and he might like it because it's bigger. And it has the little loop up here that you can hang it from. So that's not bad. Not bad at all. Was that $8? Yeah, I thought it was neat. No way would I pay $40 for that. That's insane. Oh, I want to do something totally different with my mantle next year. And I'm going to show you. I hadn't planned on doing anything different, but the stuff I found at Hamrick's changed my mind. First, I want to show you. If you saw my Ollie's walkthrough video, you might remember this. We looked at the Christmas stuff at Ollie's, and they had this wrapping paper with fishing lures on it. And I got this. It was 75% off, so this was 50 cents a roll. And it has little fishing lures on it. And this one is just cool. Look how dark it is. This one also has fishing lures on it, but it has kind of a dark background to it. So these were 50 cents each. And I got this one too. These were the last 3 rolls they had of this paper. And this has fish on it, which I did not need any wrapping paper. But see, I just bought a big wrapping paper storage bag. It's basically a long duffel bag that's long enough for even those really long rolls of paper. And it holds up to 25 rolls of wrapping paper. And there's plenty of room in it, so I kind of feel like I need to fill it up so I could add these to it. Fishing. It's, I don't know. I've never had any fishing wrapping paper, so I thought that was kind of cool. Now, this roll I got at Hamrick's. Their wrapping paper was pretty picked over. There wasn't a lot that I really liked, but this I thought was pretty. This was only $1.60. And I really like the light blue color with the little snowflakes on it. It's made by somebody. Paper something. I don't know. I can't read it. I have my glasses on. Expressive Design Group. Okay. But I thought it was really pretty light blue color. And it wasn't even $2. And it has the grid. See, here they show you on the label. It has the grid on the underside. So it's easy to cut. I will never need to buy wrapping paper again at this rate. I have so much wrapping paper. It's sad. It's so sad how much I have. Okay, so you know I'm going to do one of my trees next year in pink and gold. I had to get this at Ollie's. It was only $1. It is a pink and white, well, pink and ivory, a little floor mat, a little accent mat. And even the backside is pink. It has that rubber grippy stuff on it to keep it from sliding on the floor. It was only $1 for this mat. I guess originally it was $4, so I got it for $1. And it has pink poinsettias and this kind of an off-white background. So it won't be in there where the tree is, but it'll match my tree. I mean, I'll probably put it in the kitchen at the sink. That's more than likely where it will go. Or I could put it in just inside the front door. I could do that. So, yeah. Most of the stuff at Ollie's was really, really picked over. They didn't have a lot left. The main reason I went in there was they had these solar-powered outdoor lights. And I bought 3 sets there, and they work great. But one of the sets died. It just quit working. I couldn't get it to work. And I went in there just to see if they had any more because they had a bunch of them, but they were all gone. They had sold all of them. So I have 2 sets that work and 1 set that doesn't. I'll just get because I put them on 3 different bushes. I'll just get a 3rd set next year. I'm not going to worry about it right now. Okay, now this is what made me decide to redecorate my mantle next year. I've been using the same stuff now for 2 or 3 years, I think. The same stuff on there. And it's really pretty. I'm going to do it a little different next year. And I got all this at Hamrick's. first we have this beautiful garland, and it's just decked out with giant pine cones, and it's from Santa's Finest by Seasons Designs Christmas garland. It doesn't say how long it was. How long is this stuff? Does it say? Oh, 6 feet. That's right there. So I can take this really pretty garland, and it looks like different types of pine needles. Here you have these. This is like cedar, I guess. And then little pine needles here. And it's lit also. It has lights in it. And you can fluff it out. You see the little lights there. And pine cones too. So we can put this on the mantle. I think that's going to be beautiful. And I also have something to kind of wind in there with it. So we're going to start with this, which already has the lights, so we don't have to add any lights to it. Oh, this was originally $50. What person is, I don't know who would pay $50 for this. Like nobody. But the reason they price it that way is so they can even have it half price, and people think it's a great deal and they buy it. I got it for 10. I thought 10 wasn't too bad. I don't mind paying 10, but there's no way I'd pay 50 for this. This is crazy. So when we do the mantle, we'll start with this right here, this garland. So we'll put that across the mantle, and it already has the lights. And then I'm going to kind of wind in there this garland. Now this garland has leaves. Now it's obviously not, well, it has a little bit of pine in it here. It almost reminds me of small magnolia leaves, and it has these berries, these beautiful red berries. I forget how much this was. It wasn't much at all. I think it was like $7 or $8 for this. And it has this, okay, see this thick part right here? This is what holds it all together, and it is flexible. You can bend it and shape it however you need it to go. So I'm going to just kind of wind that in there with the other garland, the lighted garland. So we're going to wind that in there. So I probably won't do my fabulous reindeer next year because I just don't think they'll match this. But I want to get something else to go. I may find some rustic looking reindeer. Yeah. Let me see how much this was. No, hold on. No. Yeah, this was $8 for this garland. And they had a matching centerpiece that you could get for your table. And on sale it was $10. I don't really need it though. I think I'm going to do the same centerpiece next year that I did this year. That's going to look really pretty, and it's really going to look nice, especially with the second tree I'm doing. You're going to have the one really fabulous pink and gold tree, and the other one is going to be a little more subdued with the brown and the burnished gold and the burgundy. So I think that's going to look really good. And then to go with that, I have these. I'm going to hang these. They only had 2 of these. They're like little frosted balls. Look at them. These were only $3 a piece on the clearance. But it has this glistening, sparkly stuff on them. So I can hang these from the mantle. And you know what would look really pretty? If I could find a way to work in some LED pillar candles, that would look really nice. Maybe do a couple of LED pillar candles in there. Maybe do one big one in the middle. That'd be pretty. I'll see about that. But so these are actually going to be hanging from the mantle, and it looks like it's snow-covered cedar with there's some little berries sort of tucked in there, and you have little pine cones. You can kind of see the berries better on top of that one. But it's just wound up twigs held together with wire. That's all it is. Just basic, not flashy, not fancy. I just thought they were really pretty. I thought that would look really pretty hanging from the mantle with that kind of rustic looking garland. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see what this is going to look like. It's going to definitely look different than what we had this year, but I'm really looking forward to seeing it. You know what I might do? I could take the stuff that I had on the mantle this year and put it down the banister going upstairs. That might look cool. If I'd have to find somewhere to plug it in though. There's not really an outlet near that banister. I'll have to give it some thought. Maybe I could get some lights that are battery powered so I don't have to plug them in. That'd be cool. And the last thing I got was this giant tin of Harry and David chocolate wafer rolls. Delicate, crisp, and creamy. They're like the little pirouette. I think it's called pirouette. Purelean pirouette. Something from Hills. Is it here? No. Who makes that stuff? The ones who make the Milano cookies. Pepperidge Farm. That's right. This is a 1 pound, 8-ounce tin of wafer rolls. How much were these? These were $6 with the discount. They were $30. Like, who's gonna? I would never pay $30 for this. But again, they deliberately price stuff high, and then it's always on sale, so nobody ever pays full price. Although they did have some really good deals on. They had some zip-up Under Armour hoodies in there for $20. I almost bought one, but I don't. My kids have tons of hoodies. I have tons of hoodies. I'm looking at them like, that's a good deal. Do we really need that? We don't really need that. Of course, I just bought a whole bunch of other stuff we don't really need. But I have to draw the line somewhere. So these are a lovely snack. And the lid is resealable. So you can just leave the lid on there. And then when you're done, if you want a little tin to store things in, that would be awesome for that. So not bad for $6. So that is the last thing I got. And I did get my welcome mat, which was the only reason I went there. But I had to go to Home Depot to get it. I think it all worked out in the end. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed it. And now I have to go find somewhere in the attic to store all this stuff. It's fine. It's not a problem. So I hope you have a wonderful day. And I'll see you again really soon.